ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्णः परमात्मने नमः। ॐ अथाष्टमोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच किं तद्ब्रह्म किमध्यात्मं किं कर्म पुरुषोत्तम अधिभूतं च किं प्रोक्तम् अधिदैवं किमुच्यते अधियज्ञः कथं कोत्र देहेऽस्मिन् मधुसूदन प्रयाणकाले च कथं ज्ञेयोऽसि नियतात्मभिः अक्षरं ब्रह्म परमं स्वभावोऽध्यात्ममुच्यते भूतभावोद्भवकरः विसर्गः कर्म संज्ञितः अधिभूतं क्षरो भावः पुरुषश्चादिदैवतम् अधियज्ञेऽहमेवात्र देहे देहभृतां वर अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः यं यं वापि स्मरन् भावं त्यजत्यन्ते कलेवरं तन्तमेवैति कौन्तेय सदा तद्भावभावितः तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु मामनुस्मरयुध्य च मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः मामे वैश्यस्य संशयम् अभ्यासयोगयुक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन् कविं पुराणम् अनुशासितारम् अणोरणीयान् समनुस्मरेद्यः सर्वस्य धातारमचिन्त्य रूपम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् प्रयाणकाले मनसाचलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य सम्यक् सतं परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यं यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति यदक्षन्ति यद्यतयो वीतरागाः इच्छन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति तत्ते पदं संग्रहेण प्रवक्ष्ये सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोहृदि निरुध्य च मूर्ध्यादायात्मनः प्राणम् आस्थितो योगधारणाम्. So we were seeing the 8 questions asked by Arjuna, which was how the 7th chapter ended, and out of the 8 questions, 7 questions have been already answered by Krishna in the 3rd and the 4th shloka, and the 8th question, Prayana Kali, is being answered in the 5th shloka. Correct? So Prayana Kala, what is it? And prayana kale cha katham nyeyosi niyatatmavihi is the question. So, a quick recap of the 7 question. Kim tad brahma aksharam paramam brahma. Kim adhyatmam swabhava adhyatmam. Kim karma bhuta bhavodbhavakaro visargah karma sanjitaha. Adibhutam kim adibhutam ksharo bhavaha. Adidaivam kim adiyajnyoha purushashchadi daivatam. Okay, adiyajnyaha katham adiyajnya ahameva atra de aham adiyajnya katham adiyajnya aham katham adiyajnyaha ko atra adiyajnyaha ahameva atra dehe he dehe deha vritam vara. Then the next question is antakale prayanakale cha katham nyeyosi. That prayanakale cha katham nyeyosi is what he is going to start with. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. Clear? Clear? Very clear till now? Okay. So this aksharam brahma paramam, he will explain it later on again. There will be some more shlokas on that, because that is the main crux of the chapter. So, antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yafprayati samadbhavam yastinat yatra samshayaha, which we have seen already in the last class. At the time of death, antakale mameva smaran muktva. Okay. Kalevaram prayati sa madbhavam yati yaha na asti atra samshayaha. So he says, at the time of death, antakale, mameva smaran, just remembering only me, muktva kalevaram, give up this body, yaf prayati sa madbhavam, one who moves towards me, na atra samshayaha yati, indeed will surely reach me, and there is no doubt about it. Okay, so this is the promise given by Krishna very clearly to Arjuna, that at the time of death, if you remember only me, or whoever remembers me only me, I will ensure that you will get mukti. There is no doubt about it. Now he gives a clarity. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam yajatyante kalevaram tantamevaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha. Yam yam va api smaran bhavam tyajati ante kalevaram tam tam eva eti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. He kaunteya, yam yam va api bhavam smaran ante kalevaram tyajati sada tad bhava bhavitaha saha tam tam eva eti. Eti is a verb here. Okay, will reach. Eti will attain. Okay, tam tam eva eti, tam eva eti will attain only that. Tameva eti. Okay, so what is the rule now? Yam yam va yam api bhavam smaran Yam yam va means what? Whatever, whatever. Yam yam va. Whatever, also whatever. That means a very, very affirmative statement, very clearly made. Jo jo bhi. Very clearly. Okay. Smaran, keeping in the mind. Ante kalevaram tyajati. Gives up the body. Sada. Tam tam eva eti. Tam tam eva eti. That and that only will that person attain. What is the rule? Yam yam va api bhavam smaran ante kalevaram tejati tam tam eva eti. Clear? Tadaha sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Okay. Bhavam smaran bhava bhavita. Whatever thought comes in the mind and sada tad bhavam bhavita. Tad bhava is thought. Tad bhavam, in that thought, bhavitaha, immersed. Sada. At all moment. So at the time of death, whatever thought comes, and if the person is completely immersed only in that thought, tam tam eva eti. That and that will that person only attain. Is that clear? So it is, see here when Krishna is saying, he ensures that one is to get a thought first. Second is to be immersed in that thought and with no other thought. Suppose we get multiple thoughts, then this rule doesn't apply. Are we clear? So getting one thought, being completely immersed in that thought, you give up the body, then you will attain what thought you think. Is it clear? Okay. Now, there is a catch here. What is the catch? Antakale smaran mutva yam yam vapi smaran bhava tam tam eva eti sada tad bhava bhavita. So, very simple. Throughout my life, I can keep doing whatever I want. I know at the time of death, I should not miss. That time, I should be fully focused on it. So, I have no problem. Okay. So, this is where last time also we had just mentioned, and it doesn't happen that way. Why? What thoughts come at any time? Thoughts are of two types. Vasana driven thoughts, Purushartha driven thoughts. Okay. Vasana driven thoughts are the natural thoughts which, because of our likes and dislikes, we unknowingly entertain it. We unknowingly entertain it. So if we are into Vasana driven thoughts for throughout our life for maybe 80 years or 70 years, Antakale, the Vasana driven thoughts only will be. Correct? It cannot suddenly change. So, very clearly, this particular aspect has to be known, that this Vasana driven thoughts have to be converted to will driven thoughts, Purushartha driven thoughts. So when Purushartha driven thoughts are there, then it is Prayatna Shaitilyam. Along with prayatna, slowly you are culturing the mind to be with that thought. And that will take time. Because only at then you can have some probability that antakale this thought will be there. Otherwise, be sure it will never happen. For example, we say, when are you going to start coming to class? Sir, just busy little now. After that is over, I will start. Some few months. Then again after a few months, what happened? Sir, just I am going to retire in another 2 years. After that, fully free. So for 40 years, if there is a thought, in the 41st year, you mean to say it will change. So if there is a need post-retirement, it should be visible by will pre-retirement. It has to be visible. Then only that effort will be put. Otherwise, by automatically it's not going to happen. It is not time dependent. So that is why people say, with age I will get vairagyam. No. However old you become, the more attached you become. Especially the more old you will get, the more attached you will be. The more fear will come. So which means, for that itself you need culturing of thought. Then what are we talking about death? So right now when you are hale and hearty, when you are healthy, when you have money, when you have time, when you have strength in the body, keep your focuses very clear and start putting effort. Then slowly you will start achieving them. Otherwise, by itself it will happen, itself nothing happens. Okay, and that is why even in the Upanishad, very clearly, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, just make this big, it is too small. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, yo yat shraddha sa eva saha yatha kamo bhavati tat kartri bhavati yat kartri bhavati tat karma kurute yat karma kurute tat abhisampadhyate. Very specific and clear. Yo yat shraddha. Whatever, see, this word shraddha is very clear. Shraddha doesn't mean only just puja and all that. Shraddham kamasya mataram. Wherever you have your desire, your shraddha is already sitting there. Otherwise that desire will not get further enhanced. So if shraddha is first coming there. So he says, yo yat shraddha, wherever that shraddha is, sa eva saha. Where is that person? Where is shraddha is. Okay. Shraddha yatha kamo bhavati. Shraddham kamasya mataram. So from that desire will come. Tat kartri bhavati. Then doership comes. Yat kartri bhavati. Tat karma kurute. Then you do it. Yat karma kurute. Tat abhisampadhyati. You will reach that. Okay. Brihadaranyaka. So very clearly, if you want that to be the result, it should start here at Shraddha. Okay, so watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habit. Watch your habit, they become your character. Watch your character, they become your destiny. So your thought is what leads to the destiny. Okay, hence, if you want the destiny to be what you want, antakale, it should be right from the thought now and here. It cannot be even later on, let me think. No, now. So that if that starts, then only it will slowly build, you will put effort on it and then it will mature out. That matured effort will ensure that you are. And that's why here is where we gave that example of Appaya Dikshidhar, that in this state of trance, Unmatta Ashtakam he wrote. So even at the subconscious mind, only Ishvara is there. So this is where Krishna is now telling that if you want something to happen much later, the seed of it and the effort has to be done visibly by you, not for others. Very clearly now, and it should be consistent. Sada tad bhava bhavitaha. At that time, if that mind has to be undisturbed, unperturbed at that point, then how much firm that mind has to be other times. Why? At the time of Kalevaram, what happens? Last time again I had mentioned about it. Ati bhishana katu bhashana yama kinkara patali krita tadana paripalana marana gata samaye umaya saha mama chetasi umaya saha mama chetasi yamasha what is that? Umaya saha mama chetasi Yamashasana nivasan Shiva Shankara Shibhara Shankara Hara me Hara Duritam Ati Bhishana Katu Bhashana Yama Kinkara Patali. Ati Bhishana. Bhishana bolega to Nirdayi. They are ruthless. Katu Bhashana. Katu Bhashana means you have to understand. Nukkad pe jaisa baat chalu rehta hai. Worse than that. They are not going to say, sir, please come. Please come. Here, I am giving you tambula. Your time is over here. Your appointment is there. Please come with me. Katu Bhashana. Okay. Yamakinkara Patali. Yamadutas, they are ready. Krita Tadana Paripidana. मार के लेके जाएगी. परिपीडन बहुत दुखेगा. मरणागम समय जब मरण आता है, it is very painful. So here itself we have to make up our mind how to accept that pain. Huh? My video is not working. Oh, okay. I don't know that this connectivity is not very good today. I don't know. I have been having a lot of troubles even starting the Zoom today. But anyway, so far as you can hear me, should be okay. Maybe others can stop the video. Hopefully some bandwidth I'll get. Please close all the browsers. 1 minute. Let me check this out. No, the video is, I will 1 second. Ati bhishana katu bhashana yamakinkara patali kritatadana paripidana maranagama samaye. Okay. Umaya saha mama chetasi yamashasana nivasan. Umaya saha mama chetasi. Chetas means hridaye. Umaya saha. So you can do the couple dance on my heart and I will be seeing that. Why? Yamashasana nivasan. Who is Yamashasana? Who is Yamashasana? Who is Yamashasana? Shasana means? Ruler. Ruler. Who is Yama's ruler? Shiva. So Yamashasana, Umayasaha Mama Chetasi Nivasan. That is the beauty of Adi Shankara. Nothing to do with Yama, it is Shiva here. Yamashasana, Umayasaha. Along with Uma, Yamashasana is Shiva. Mama Chetasi Nivasan. You be dancing there or be there and I should be seeing just you and nothing else. Because when I see you, I will not even understand this Ati Bhishana, Katu Bhashana, Krita Tadana, Paripidana. I will only have you in front of me. So like that, if there is a, we write will, like that a will should be there for our own mind, how I want to die. Then you start putting effort. So death is a very planned activity. And this we will come to see, we will come to know more and more in this chapter. Death is a very planned activity. Don't consider death to be just जैसा आया जन्म गया जन्म नहीं. Death, जन्म आना तुम्हारा हाथ में नहीं है. मरण कैसा आना चाहिए वो तुम्हारा हाथ में. That is why many people plan their death and they achieve it the way they want. And it is necessary. Why? Very clearly Krishna says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram. So if you don't plan it, it is not going to come by itself. So you better plan it. Okay? Right. Then, Sadatad bhava bhavitaha. So you have to always be in that thought. Tyajatyante kalevaram. Okay. So now we started prayana kale. All the detailing has started. Right. Then in the next shloka he says, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu Mamanusmara yudhyacha Mayyarpita mano buddhihi Mame vaishyasi samshayam Shyasya samshayam Mame vaishyasya samshayam Tasmat has got a connection to previous sentence. Hence, therefore, isliye. Okay. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. Earlier what did he say? Tyajatyante kalevaram yam yam bhavam. Now he said
always.
Sarveshu kaleshu, at all times. Okay. Mam anusmara yudhya cha mayi arpita manaha buddhihi. Mayi arpita manaha buddhihi mam eva eshyasi eti eshyasi tvam eshyasi asamshayam. Undoubtedly. Again another one confirmatory statement, guarantee. इसका पहला भी guarantee statement से ये सब. So इस पे सब doubt बिल्कुल नहीं कर सकते. You have to just follow it because Bhagavan himself is giving this assurance. Correct? So if any mortal gives, any Babaji, any sadhu gives, you can doubt it. When Bhagavan himself is giving, then there is no question of doubting it. It has to be simply adhered to because that's the only truth. Right. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. Hence, sarveshu kaleshu tasmat mayi manaha buddhihi arpita bhava. You may or you should submit your manas and buddhi. Why manas and buddhi? Why manas and buddhi, he said? Submit yourself is good enough.
These are the two places where all our internal activity happens. If the buddhi is in control, then it will control the manas. So they are both connected.
So,
once the buddhi is convinced, then
where is the issue at manas or with the buddhi?
issue is with the manas.
Then manas is good enough, no? Why did he say buddhi?
To control it, the buddhi is to direct the mind, the indirectly.
So, for example, if you say your child is not behaving properly, teach him some discipline. You have to say, oh father or oh mother of the child, please teach the child the discipline. The moment you say the child needs to be disciplined, obviously it is directed to the parents. Why mana and buddhi now?
That is where
Manah kim? बुद्ध्या का back to tatvabodha mamanusmara there itself where Bhagavan will come. Tatvabodha itself is not coming from where Bhagavan will come. Huh? Sankalpatma vikalpatma manasaha. Correct? That means it is something which is dwindling. Why? The emotional place is the mind. Okay? So that is driven by what? Vasanas. Buddhi, Nishchayatmika buddhi, driven by what? I have already given you all the hints now. Vasanas driven by manas. There are only two ways how the thought can be controlled. The thoughts are driven by vasanas or by the... That's what I told today in the class already 10 minutes before. No. Purushartha. What is Purushartha? Will. Will is at which place? Manas or buddhi? Vasanas, manaha, Purushartha, buddhi, Mayyarpita mano buddhi. So not only your vasanas due to arpana, even your Purushartha has to be aligned to what is being told in the Shastras. Don't have any other Purushartha because it is logical. It won't work. Are you able to understand? There are so many such variations which have come based on people's own intelligence. That is why so many darshanas coming, so many things are there. Every day one new, this is my school of thought, this is my school of thought, bolke chalu hai na ek ek. Why? Because this buddhi is not trying to bring out new ways to tell the same story or even distort the story. So be careful about that also. Yes, you may control the manas, but the buddhi can go in the wrong direction, pervertedly. Hence, it has to be connected to clear good. Mayyar pita mano buddhihi purushartaha mayi vasana api mayi arpitaha. Is it clear? How connected to the earlier verse it is? Mayyar pita mano buddhihi. Then Mam anusmara. Mam anusmara. Smara is anusmara. At all time remember. And then what did he say? Yudhyacha. Arre? Prayana kale bol raha hai. What is the topic taught here? Prayana kale. Correct? And what is he saying? Mam anusmara yudhyacha. Go and fight, keeping me in the mind. Submitting to me, go and fight. So what does Krishna want to say? 24/7 you cannot be doing just Mamanusmara. It won't work. You have a conscious mind, you have a subconscious mind. The conscious mind will be doing Vyavahara. It's a transactional mind. Vyavahara needs to be there, will be there. Even a jnani will do Vyavahara. Okay? But the subconscious mind is Mamanusmara. So, the question will come, what should I do? Should I think about you? Then I have no time for doing anything else. No. You have to always continuously, because third chapter is already over. Third chapter, third shloka is what? Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jato tishthatya karma kriti. There is not even a moment when you are not doing karma. So you have to do karma. So far as this body is there, do the karma. Then when you are actively doing karma, should I think about the karma or should I think about Bhagavad now? This question will come. Okay. How will I do it? Some karma, Bhagwan. Karma, Bhagwan. Karma, Bhagwan. Bhagwan bhi jayega, karma bhi jayega. So when you are in the karma, do it completely dedicated. Then there will be a time when the karma stops. Mamanusmara. Again when the karma comes, back to karma. So by doing that, Mamanusmara becomes a subconscious mind. So Mamanusmara Yudhyacha is subconscious mind. Tampura Shruti is Bhagavan. Yudhyacha is active transaction will be there. Otherwise Arjuna is just waiting for this. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu Mamanusmara. Thank you very much. I was waiting to hear that. I am taking sannyasa right now. Don't forget they are between the battlefield. So beach mein Krishna is reminding Arjuna, you have to go and fight. Don't go and fight looking at my grandfather, my great grandfather, my teacher. No. Mamanusmara Yudhyacha. Go. Okay. So like the mother in the other room or in the kitchen working will have the mind where the child is sleeping on the other room continuously without a break, but the work doesn't stop. Exactly like that. If that can be done, we do it so easily with all the WhatsApps and everything. Man kidhar to bhi hai, tan kidhar to bhi hai, tan kuch to kar raha hai, man dusra kidhar hai. Very easily we are doing multitasking so far. But active mind can never do multitasking. Active mind can do only one thing at a time. The subconscious mind can be doing couple of things. Okay, so in that subconscious mind, instead of doing 110 things, Mamanusmara. And the conscious mind, Yudhyacha, Karma Kuru. Clear? Is it clear? So, Tasmat Mam Anusmara Yudhyacha Asamshayam Mameva Eshyasi. Undoubtedly you will reach me. When? It is hanging now. That Tasmat is already given. That Tasmat you will have to add it. Eshyasi when? Prayanakale. That means right now here start this culturing of the mind, Mamanusmara, and continue doing your activity. Mamanusmara Yudhya. Mamanusmara Yudhya. We do the same thing in our day-to-day life. We are into Yudhya, not Mamanusmara. Do Mamanusmara and Yudhya. Automatically, if this happens, in Prayanakale, Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam will happen. What Smaran will come? Mamanusmaran will come. Tam Tam Eva Eti Asamshayam Mameva Eshyasi. You will reach only me, no one else. Undoubtedly. So what a nice, easy way to reach me. But we will say there is still an easier way to reach. There is one of the tough way. There is a tough way. Why? Still tougher ways he is going to tell. Out of the ways to reach Ishvara, this is one of the tough way. Why? I am waiting that after death I get that jackpot to go to Brahmaloka, and after that I will reach it. All this jugglery is happening for what? To get that jackpot. Black में टिकट मिलने के लिए कैसा भी मूवी पकड़ने का मेरे को फर्स्ट डे फर्स्ट शो आई शुड गेट इट सेंटर सीट में दैट इज व्हाट इज द होल करेक्ट बट दिस इज अ टफ वन This 7th and 9th chapter is much easier. Here and now already you have got it. So don't go for Krama Mukti, go for Jivan Mukti. That is easier. If you miss that, this one. इसमें options और भी tough वाला देने वाला है. Yeah, this seems to be at least easy. I had only remember Ishvara. Okay, but it's not going to be that easy. Why? He says very clearly that mind, Sada Tad Bhava Bhavita, is not going to happen that easily. That idea of Ishvara will come, but Sada Tad Bhava Bhavita will not be there at the time of Prayana Kale. It's going to be tough. How to wake up this mind? That is what next one will tell. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa nanya-gamina paramam purusham divyam yati parthanuchintayan Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa na anyagamina paramam purusham divyam yati partha anuchintayan. He partha, abhyasa yoga yuktena na anyagamina chetasa anuchintayan divyam paramam purusham yati. Because the same question will now come for Arjuna. I do all this, but how can I ensure that my mind is firmly at you at the time of प्रयाण काल है? ये सब टाइम में मैं किया, वो टाइम पे गारंटी रहेगा क्या कि मेरा मन आप पे रुका रहेगा? क्योंकि सब वो बोलते हैं ना, ऑल नेट प्रैक्टिसेस एंड ऑल डन, फाइनल मैच का टाइम में फर्स्ट बॉल क्लीन बोल्ड, क्या फायदा हुआ इतना नेट प्रैक्टिस करके? तो हाउ डू आई एंश्योर कि वो टाइम पे होएगा? इमेजिनिंग सच अ क्वेश्चन विल कम टू एनी सीकर. Vyasacharya and Krishna gives an answer. Abhyasa yoga yuktena. Okay, and this bell should ring to all yoga students. If you remember,
six chapter.
Not six chapter. Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Abhyasa vairagyabhyantan nirodha. Vyasa vairagyabhyantan nirodha. Nirodha of what? Chittavritti nirodha. Chittavritti nirodha, then what should be there? Mamanusmaran. If everything is to be removed, something has to be kept there. What? Mamanusmaran. Okay. So, till now, very, very clearly, Saguna Ishvara Upasana has been told. Rama, Krishna, whatever your Ishta Devata is, continue Anusmaran. So that Prayana Kale, that Devata will take you. Saguna Ishvara Upasana it is. No Nirguna has been talked here. Clear? Okay. So Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena, by Abhyasa Yoga. Yoga is joining. Abhyasa is regularly putting effort and exercising. Correct? Na anyagamina chetasa, without the mind flipping into something else. The mind firmly being on this. So you have to now put an effort of meditation on Saguna Ishvara, where this mind is completely connected to Ishvara and does not go away to any other topic. So that Vasana dependent mind will completely get converted to will dependent buddhi and mind by Abhyasa Yoga. Are you able to get that? Uncultured mind has to be cultured by Abhyasa Yoga. So it's not going to happen overnight. धीरे 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 करके करना पड़ेगा, which requires time and effort. So qualitative time and effort needs to be put. First, to make that mind calm, then ensure that it is only stuck on Ishvara. If it is stuck on Ishvara, extend the time it is sitting on Saguna Ishvara, so that no other thought, even if it comes, it has been moved out and only this thought is there. Ekagrata, yatrava ekagrata. Is it clear? Okay. So, anuchintayan na anyagamina abhyasa yoga yuktena divyam paramam purusham eti. So now he has introduced a word called purusham. This purusham word was not there earlier. He is introducing a word called purusham. Purim sheyate iti purusham. The indweller of this body or the city is called Purusha, which is Jivatma. Okay. The other one is all pervading, is also Purusha. Purusha has got 4-5 meanings, and all the meanings will be very clearly Nirguna Brahma. Purusha, the moment he brings this word now he is referring to Nirguna Brahma. Are you able to get that? Till now Saguna Ishvara was told. So Purusham, now Saguna Ishvara, for that your mind will not get wavered over a period of time. Little Abhyasa if it is put, then it will be firm, because there is Guna. Something your mind can catch upon. Nirguna, how will you now start fixing that mind? And that is what he is now referring to. In the Nirguna Purusha, that thought of Nirguna Purusha should always be there in the mind. Why? The next shloka will tell you that. Okay. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoraniyan Samanusmaredyaha Sarvasya Dhataramachintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoraniyan Samanusmaredyaha Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat. The earlier shloka number 8 introduced Purushaha word, which is Purim Sheyate iti Purushaha. Okay. So, Purayati Sarva iti Purushaha, another meaning. That which encompasses everything. Purayati Sarvam, fills up everything. Iti Purushaha. Purim Shayati iti Purushaha, that which is the indweller of this city is Purushaha, Jivatma. The same Brahman will be considered as Purayati Sarvam, that which has filled everything. iti Purusha. So, in both, it has to be Nirguna. Purusha is not Saguna. The moment this word Purusha comes, it is Brahman, Nirguna Brahman, not Saguna Ishvara. So the next shloka very clearly is taking to what? What is this Nirguna Brahman? So this shloka is referring to that Nirguna Brahman, which is Kavim Puranam. So we will see how it is. Wait. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoho Aniyan Sama Anusmaret Yaha Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastar. So from all activity related Vyavahara, it has come to highly spiritual shloka now. This full shloka is talking about Nirguna Brahman. And hence, the meter has got changed. Whenever a topic gets changed or there has to be an attention gathering, immediately the meter will get changed. Think always, whenever there is a meter change, there is something which either the topic has shifted. For example, even in Vedas, a teacher is saying something, the student asks a question. Now when the teacher is saying something, it is in a particular meter. When the student is asking the question, how do you know the student is asking? They will change the meter of that. They will make it off meter. For example, असन्ने वस भवति असद् ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत् अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेत् द्वैत सन्तमेनं ततो विदुरति तस्यैव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य. This is where the teacher has been telling now. Now the student has got a question. Athato Anuprashna. He has got a question related to this subject. Uta Vidvanamam Lokam Vetya. Now the student is asking, Kaschana Gacchati. Aho Vidvanamam Lokam Pretya. Kaschit Samashnyuta. It's a question asked here. Okay, so whenever such a thing comes, the Veda changes the meter automatically because the topic has got changed or the focus has got changed. Same way, in a metrical composition, whenever the topic gets changed, the meter will change. From Anushtup, this will change now. So, Kavim Puranam, this all, especially you will see the 11th chapter is all in a different meter. 11th chapter you will have all this in this. Krishtup Chandas it will come all. Because they are all different topic or an important topic where you want attention. Then the meter has changed. So here, from Saguna Ishvara, because it has moved to Nirguna, the meter has changed. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoho Aniyan Samanusmaret Yaha Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat. Okay, now Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoho Aniyan Sama Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Tamasah Parastat Aditya Varnam Anusmaret Yaha. So if you just see the meaning of this, it is looks as though it is dangling now. The meaning will go like this. Kavim, these are all adjectives. So I am just keeping the adjective the way it is. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Manoraniyan Sam Sarvasya Dhataram Machitya Rupam Tamasah Parastad Aditya Varnam Anusmaret Saha. That person who remembers. हो गया, इधर अटका दिया, मीटर में बैठे. Only when you connect it with, or you will have to provide a context to it, then it gets complete. When anusmare prayana kale yaha saha anusmare, what? All this. Or this can be connected to the next shloka. Okay. The next shloka says, Prayana kale achalena manasa bhaktya yuktaha yoga balena cha eva bhruvoho madhye samyak pranam aveshya yaha anusmare tam paramam divyam purusham upaiti. You join both, you will get the full what he wants to say. Either you give an intermediate, that prayana kale, and leave it there, so that that statement gets complete, but anyway it has to get connected to the next shloka. Because the completion of that is sitting there only. Purusham upaiti. Yaha anusmare saha tam paramam divyam purusham upaiti. Okay. How many people felt it bumper? If you felt it bumper, leave it, Sanskrit. If you didn't understand, Chordo doesn't matter. We will go with the meaning. The Sanskrit part is not important. The only point which you have to remember is, here it is referring to Nirguna Brahma. So from Saguna Brahma we are moving to Nirguna Brahma. Okay. Now we will see each and everything what the meaning is. Kavim. What is Kavim? Who is a Kavi?
Poet.
Here it does not mean. Sarvajna iti kavihi. Many places this word kavi comes. Sarvajnaha. One who knows everything. The omniscient is a sarvajnaha eva kavihi. So many places this word kavi will come. Second chapter also it has come. Many places this kavi word will come. Kavi means sarvajnaha. Okay. Sarvajnaha, the knower of everything at all times. Purana. Puranam. What is Puranam?
Ancient. Oldest.
Puranam has another meaning here. The moment we use in literal sense or our vyavaharika world, Puranam means very age old. That means it is very old. That means it is not relevant today. Indirectly. Puranam means although very old, still ever young, even today, and will be always ever young. That is Purana. Okay, some of these stories were relevant, they are age-old stories, very relevant today, and so far as human beings are there, will be relevant later on also. So they are all Purana. Okay, so it doesn't lose its relevance because it is old. Then only you call it Purana. Here, so Kavim Purana. So Kavim Sarva Sarvajnaha. Sarvajnaha, age old, but yet very relevant and meaningful today. Purana. Anushasitaram. What is Anushasitaram? Can't hear you, uncle. Discipline. Okay. Discipline. Anushasan is discipline. Here it means law. अनुशासन करो. किसका अनुशासन करो? The law. Bhagavan is called here Anushasitaram, the one who follows the law, protects the law, gives the law. Everyone. Means what? Anushasa of what? Law for what? Which law? The giver of the law, the protector of the law, the one who executes the law, ensures that the law is fully adhered to. Yes, Anushasitaram. Who? What law? Karma phaladata. Here it is not that Ishvara, not that Saguna Upasa Devata. The law of karma itself will ensure that it is running. It is running due to what? Every law is running due to what? Every law is running due to what?
By his grace.
Law of nature. That's what you call law of nature. Bhishasmadvatah pavate bhishodeti suryah bhishasmadagnischendrascha. Bhisha is what? Dar. So the way Upanishad says is, the sun shines because of fear of that law. Bhishasmad vatah pavate. The wind blows because of that law, fear to that law. Bhishodeti suryah. Every day the sun will come and go. Bhisha. So that law itself is called Bhisha. One way to tell people is fear. The other way is, if it is so regular, it is a law. It is a law. You can never beat it. It will always be there. Okay. So, this, who is the giver of the law? Who is the God of the law? The generator, the operator, the destroyer of this karma is who? Brahman. Okay. So, very clearly, Kavim Puranam Anushasita. Now, Anoho Aniyan. Anoho Aniyan. Anu is what? Atom. Aniyan is smallest among the small. Anoho Aniyan. Among the atoms, the smallest. Here it means size. Here it means Sukshmaat Sukshmataram. जो सूक्ष्म है वो बहुत पावरफुल है. Atom is very powerful. Why? It is subtle. Subtlest of the subtle. Smallest of the small. You have to give words to now express it. But these words are wrong. Or these words are, I wouldn't say wrong. They have a limited scope of understanding. And if you don't understand it with that perspective, you will misunderstand it. So to give you that, see, Purana, Purusha, Puraiti Sarve, Anoho Aniya. That which is subtle than the subtlest is completely covering maximum possible. What I can imagine and more than that.
All pervading.
All pervading, omnipresent. Okay, so Anoho Aniyan. Where is that? Sarvasya Dhataram. Anoho Aniyasam. Okay. Sarvasya Dhataram. Sarvasya Dhataram. सर्वस्य दातारम धाता जो धरता है वो धाता substratum of everything, sum and substratum of everything on which everything is present. Okay, that is why for us when we say dharti, dharan karne wali dharti, one who holds, जो सबको संभाल लिया है, बट इस धरती को भी संभालने वाला, ये आकाश को भी संभालने वाला, whatever, anything what you can imagine is on the substratum of what? Sarvasya Dhata. Now see, any of these words, do they give you a direction to think? Do they give you a direction to think?
They're symbolic in nature.
But are they talking of discrete things? Saguna. So Nirguna is always told this way. There are certain gunas, but that gunas you see are incapable to explain it completely. But if you have to communicate, if you have to express, it needs to have some direction and focus. So these are directional and focus words, but not giving you a full picture. It will never give you a full picture. It only gives you to that extent the picture to know that, oh, there is a limitation, I cannot further express it. I can understand it, but I can't express it. Bigger than the biggest, smaller than the smallest, you can't further express it. But it gives you a concept. Okay, it gives you a concept. Otherwise, any other limited entity we take, for example, Akasha, Prakasha, they have a limitation. You will automatically bring that limitation on this Nirguna Ishvara, Nirguna Brahma. Is it clear? So, not to bring that, that is why such adjectives are used. And Upanishad uses always such adjectives only. They are the Upanishad ways of telling Nirguna. Okay. Achintya Rupam Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam. See this. Chintya. Chiti Chintya. What is Chintya?
To think of.
To think. Achintya, which cannot be thought about. Why it cannot be thought about?
Because the mind can only think of something which has gunas. This is their gunas, so it is beyond the comprehension of the mind.
Any other reason? Okay. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. So beautifully, see, this is where that the Vedas can give such a beautiful way of expressing it, that our words, we can never get it that way. Yato vacho nivartante. What is nivartante?
Vacha is to speak.
Which words cannot explain?
No.
Which cannot be said in words?
No. Nivartante. They are there. If it is there, what is the word used here? Sarvasya Dhataram.
Sarvasya Dhataram.
Vacha. The words are established on it. Manas is established on it. How can, if the words and manas become the effect, how can they express the cause? Logically talking about it. Yato vacho nivartante, because it is now established on it, how can it talk about that? Because from that only it has come. How can it talk about the cause? It has no ability to talk. Apraapya manasa saha. Okay, words I cannot speak, but can I imagine? Ah, you cannot fathom it by your mind also. Unfathomable. Anandam Brahmano Vidwan. It is that Ananda. Okay, so Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam. चिंतन कर ही नहीं सकता है. Why? My Pancha Jnanendriya cannot go and hold it. What is the word for that? Second chapter. Sarva Jnanendriya Agocharam is called what? Aprameya. Aprameya. 14 to 30 का अंदर आएगा. खोलो खोलो खोलो, छोड़ो मत, मिलेगा तभी इमीडिएटली देखने का. Between 14 to 30. Aprameya will come. That word has to come there somewhere. Sarva pramana agocharaha aprameya. Aprameyatvat does not come here, I think. Vidayate indiyate. Anyone able to get that? Or similar word which talks about that? Aprameya is not come here.
It's there. In 18.
Yasyokta sharirah anashino prameyasya. See somewhere that intuitively it is telling it will be there. 18 में आया, देखो. Clear? Anashinah aprameyaha tasmad yudyasva bharata. Okay, right? So achintya rupam. So achintya rupam is that which cannot be fathomed by the mind. Achintya rupam itself is nirguna. The word achintya rupam means what? Nirguna. Doesn't have any guna. Samanarthi shabda of nirguna is achintya rupam. Correct? Okay. Now, this Chandogya Upanishad mentions about this as Sat principle, existence principle. Sat. Sadeva saumyamidamagra asit ekameva dvitiyam imas saumyanadya purastat prachyasyandante paschad apratichyastaha. Okay, Chandogya tells very clearly. Sat eva saumya idam agre asi. That Sat principle, okay, This existence principle is what he mentions here as Sarvasya Dhataram. Sat. Sarvasya Dhataram. Sat. Trikale api tishtati iti Sat. Sarvasya Dhataram. That isness.
Everything else exists because of.
Yes, because of that. Okay, Sarvasya Dhataram. Sat is coming from there. Okay. Then same way, I think for the one more, your Anushasitaram. For Anushasitaram, again you have from Mundaka, I think, Mundaka Upanishad. Surya yatha sarvalokasya chakshuhu na lipyate चक्षुषैर बाह्य दोषैः एकस्तथा सर्वभूतांतरात्मा न लिप्यते लोक दुःखेन बाह्यः. ओके, सूर्यो यथा सर्वलोकस्य चक्षुः. बैटरी इज वन. ठीक है, चलेगा. सो एकस्तथा सर्वभूतांतरात्मा न लिप्यते लोक दुःखेन बाह्यः. See, if eyes have the sight, you also need the sunlight or light. Only your ability to see is not going to help you to see. The light principle also should be there. Okay. So, Surya yatha sarvalokasya chakshuhu. Surya becomes a light principle for sight of everyone. Na lipyate chakshur bahya doshaihi. It cannot be attached because of our sight. The sun cannot be covered, lipyate or attached because of our sight. As we say, electricity cannot be impacted because of any short circuit in any equipment. Electricity will not get impacted. Your equipment will go everything because that is holding the whole. Let me give 440 volt current to the electricity. I will give an electric shock to the electricity. कोई बोल सकता है क्या? हाँ? मैं उसका electricity का fuse उड़ा देगा. हाँ? तुम fuse उड़ा सकते हैं, electricity तो रहेगा. Electricity का वजह से fuse उड़ रहा है. Yes or no? तो you can't, electricity का fuse नहीं उड़ा सकते हैं. Exactly that way. एकस्तथा सर्वभूत अंतरात्मा न लिप्यते लोक दुःखेन बाह्यः. Because it is the sum and substratum of everything, it cannot be impacted by anything. Okay, that is why this word, next word which he uses here is Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat. Tamasah Parastat. Tamasah Parastat Aditya Varnam. See, there are two ways to look at it. You can connect, that is the beauty of the way it is put up. You can take Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat together, or you can take Aditya Varnam as separate and Tamasah Parastat as separate. Both will give you beautifully two different meanings. Okay. Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat. First we will see Tamasah Parastat. Tamasaha is what? Tamasa is what? Okay. Paraha is what? Beyond. Parastat is well beyond. Well beyond darkness. To understand this tamas of Parastat, one day, now this is a nice way Swami Chinmayananda gives to understand it. One day Mr. Surya decided that he was a bachelor and he wanted to get married. So Mr. Surya wanted to get married. So he said, I want to marry Miss Darkness. Okay. Surya Pullinga. Nisha Strilinga. So he wanted to marry Miss Darkness. So what did he do? He asked, where is this Miss Darkness? So let us imagine that he was somewhere in India side and Surya was there. He asked, where is Miss Darkness? So some people said, exactly on the opposite side of the earth, where America is there, Miss Darkness is there. So he said, okay, let me go and find her. He went that side. He saw that Miss Darkness was not there. So he started coming this way. That is why the sun is going round and round to find Miss Darkness, to marry her. And sun is never able to marry Miss Darkness. So what is the limitation of the sun? Can provide light to everything except darkness.
Except darkness.
Now sun has a limitation. Atma, what is the next word? Aditya Varnam. Aditya Varnam Atma, which is self-effulgent, this Jivatma can also understand. It can throw light on what? Darkness also. How do you understand darkness? Absence of light. So sun cannot find it, but Atma can find it. Are you able to get that? So that tamasaf parastat, Surya cannot be tamasaf parastat, beyond darkness, because it can't reach darkness at all. There is a question of going beyond darkness. But Atma can go pare, beyond darkness. Because whatever Surya cannot enlighten, the Atma can enlighten. Are you able to get this? It's like a nice story, but it tells even that sun has a limitation and Atma doesn't have that limitation. That is why it is called Tamas of Parastat. Why it is Tamas of Parastat? Because it is Aditya Varna. If you join Aditya Varnam Tamas of Parastat, it is effulgent like the sun, yet can reach darkness. If you say Tamas of Parastat alone, where even the sun cannot reach that darkness, the Atma can reach it. And how is Atma? Aditya Varna. Is that Aditya Varnam is a very small word. Because in many places what they say, Sahasra, Surya, Koti Surya. In your Hanuman Chalisa, Koti Surya, Bhanu, Koti Surya Sahasra Bhanu. Something it comes na. I do not know Hanuman Chalisa, but that which is effulgent as thousands of sun or crores of sun, is that effulgent? So where is that one sun which we can see with our eyes? Not S-O-N, S-U-N. So for us only that sun is very effulgent. Very effulgent. Because it is tamas of parastat. वही अंधकार में बैठा रहते हैं हम, उसको tamas of parastat बोल के. Anyway, okay. So are you able to see so beautifully there? See, Aditya Varnam has another place where we can very nicely say. Again, Upanishad gives a beautiful this for Aditya Varnam. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti kuto yamagnihi tameva bhantam anubhasi sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati na tad bhasayate suryaha na shashanko na pavakaha yadgatva na nivartante taddama paramam mama. Which chapter? 15th chapter. Natad bhasayate suryaha. The sun cannot show light to tell us what that is. Na shashanko na pavakaha. The fire cannot enlighten it. The moon cannot enlighten it. Yad gatva sa nivartante. See? Yad gatva sa nivartante. From where these have come. Tad dama paramam mama. That is that paramam dama which we are referring to, which is sarvasya dhataram. Now it is getting connected. Sarvasya dhataram. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto kuto yantim agnihi tameva bhantim anubhasi sarvam. That you, that subject, can never be objectified, because all the rest are objectified, and anything which is objectified has limitation. Only the subject doesn't have that limitation, and hence that Nirguna Brahman is the subject itself and none of the object. Non-objectifiable subject. Clear? Okay. Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parasad. What should I do? Anusmaret Saha Prayana Kale. I should think about who? This Nirguna Brahma during Prayana Kale at all that time. That means what should I do now? Saguna, Rama, Krishna, very good, my little Krishna, my dad Krishna, my Rama, now Rama Navami is coming, everyone are remembering now what to do, prasadam, everything is being planned. Completely Vyavahara. Saguna, 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 Saguna. And Nirguna Rama, Nirguna Krishna, Nirguna Brahman, that is slowly now being bought by, because only Saguna is for Am Janta. But there are people for who have already crossed that and are able to establish themselves in Nirguna. For them now Krishna is telling. Prayana Kale Samanusmarebhyaha. What? Don't say I am going to do Dhyanam of Nirguna Brahma.
If it is Achintya, then how can one
That Achintya didn't come in words. That Achintya didn't come in words here in front of you. That is what these words and that explanation is what Prayana Kale you will be into. Okay, for that he will come next. Wait. This becomes difficult. So he is going to tell something later on. Clear? Now, Saguna Ishvara, if you do Saguna Ishvara Upasana and Karma, then Prayana Kale, Saguna Ishvara Upasana, when you are focused on it, Yo Yo Yam Yam Tarum Bhaktya, or this Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam, Tam Tam Eveti. Okay, Saguna Ishvara. But those who have already crossed that to Nirguna, and they are doing Nirguna Upasana in their day to day, like Samadhi, and where the Nirguna is there, for them Nirguna Brahma, not Dhyanam, Jnanam is what they will be. Nothing, it will be Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Prajnanam Brahma, if not anything, Om. Are you getting? Okay, so that scheme will come out. But very clearly it gives a place that Nirguna also is possible and should be done. So then from here, where is he going to take it now? प्रयाणकाले मनसा चलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य सम्यक् सतं परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यम्. So now he has gone to practically what to do. क्या करना चाहिए बोलते ना, केमिस्ट्री में यू लर्न थियरी इन द क्लास, देन देयर इज अ प्रैक्टिकल के लिए एक मैनुअल आता है. वो मैनुअल में थियरी नहीं लिखा रहता है, ऐड दिस टू दिस, ये कलर आया तो ये पॉजिटिव, ये करो, ये दैट. इफ यू गो टू द प्रिंसिपल बिहाइंड दैट इज ऑलरेडी टॉट इन द क्लास. So only the principle will not work, only the manual will not work. Understanding the principle and working with the manual will only work. So now he is giving the manual. So for people who do not want to do Saguna Brahma, Ishvara Dhyanam, they are still more advanced and have gone to Nirguna. For them what to do? Okay. So Prayana Kale, again coming back, he is referring back to when, because till now what did he tell? At all times.
At all times.
He is coming back to the topic Prayana Kale. Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anuspara, he said. And then he also said, all this Nirguna Brahma is also there. The people with Nirguna Brahma, what they have to do in Prayana Kale? Nirguna Brahma Upasakas, what they have to do in Prayana Kali? Manasa achalena bhaktya yuktaha yoga balena cha eva dhruvoho madhyehe pranam aveshya samyak saha tam paramam purusham upaiti divyam. Okay, how does that break? Prayana Kali Achalena manasa, firm mind, bhaktya yuktaha yoga balena cha eva bhruvor madhye samyak pranamaveshya yaha anusmare saha tam paramam divyam purusham upaiti. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? बहुत टेक्निकल जा रहा है ना 8th चैप्टर इज गोइंग वेरी वेरी टेक्निकल नाउ. होपफुली पीपल इन ऑनलाइन आर देयर. Someone is there in online, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, chalo. So we will detail this later on also, but I'll just give you a brief idea of what this shloka is. Timing is Prayana Kale. So whatever is true for Prayana Kale, what is the rule? Have to be done, experienced, perfected, regularly practiced before Prayana Kale and mastered that technique. So that during Prayana Kale, when the situation is tougher, you will be able to still put some reasonably good effort. Okay. Even that time he said very clearly that mind has to be steady. Here also he says very clearly, Achalena manasa. Chala is wayward. Achala is steady, firm. Manasa, with a very steady mind during Prayana Kali. Okay, what you need to do? Yoga balena, with your yogic practices, with all the yogic practices which you have done earlier, what you have to do? Bhruvor madhye pranam aveshya samyak. You have to pull the prana to the bhruvor madhye, that is at the pineal gland, the center of the forehead. Bhruva is eye lashes. This is bhru. This is bhruvaha, two. Madhye is this place. Bhruvor madhye means this place. Bhru madhya. Okay. This bhru madhya place, that is why we never kept it empty. That is a seat of knowledge. The pineal gland. Okay, that is a seat of knowledge. You always put some ika, something there. Now, when I am showing it, it is going to be here. What is referred here is between, at that place, three-dimensionally in space. Bhruvor madhye, pranam aveshya. Pull up all the pranas from the hridaya and take it there. Earlier was easier, sir. ये क्या बात कर रहे हो? It is only for yogis who have done hatha yoga, who know how to take the prana, bring it to the hridaya, from the hridaya take it to the sushumna nadi. Bhruvor madhye is called sushumna nadi. To take the prana to the sushumna nadi. Okay. Samyak. Aveshya samyak. Very easily get it and hold it there. Okay. Once the prana is there, what should you do? Manasa achalena bhaktya yuktaha. What you have to do? Without wavering your mind, focus at this particular bhruvor madhye, because from the hridaya it has now come to bhruvor madhye. So Ishvaraha, who was hridaya guhara madhye, now it has gone to prana. Ishvara was saguna. Prana is saguna and nirguna. Prana is nirguna. So what you have to do? Get all the energy to this place and be ready for what? Abhi rocket is going to be lit.
He is leaving the body consciously. He is leaving the body consciously.
Yeah, he is going to leave the body now. So all तैयारी करके प्राणा लेके आ गया है. अब प्राणा छूटने वाला है. So get the prana so that you will be in that prayana. So you have to enkindle the prayana with the energy from the prana only. The Upanishad talks about this very clearly. So from the hridaya granthi, bring it to the sushumna nadi, and then the whole prana is getting now focused here. Which prana helps there to bring it? Which prana helps to bring? Which vayu helps to bring all this here? बीच में ऐसे गुगली डाल देता हूँ. उदान वायु packers and movers is ready now. सब पैक करके ready. You know when the phone call comes, vehicle has already come. उसका पहले क्या रहता है? घर का सब सामान नियर द डोर लेके आके रख देते. आया तो तुरंत लेके जाने का है. Like that, pranam aveshya samyak, ready. The moment I have to leave, at that time the center of the head will open called Brahmarandra, and from there it will just go off. Where will it go? That is going to be explained. Okay, ये पूरा मूवी है. Now it is a movie like क्या क्या रहेगा, कैसा रहेगा, वो सब भी आने वाला है. But then this is how yogis can, with the practice of hatha yoga, we can easily get the prana, and that prana, so all involuntary which we believe can be made highly voluntary by mastering those things which you have to do much earlier than prayana kale, so that that day, at the D day, you will be perfectly doing it the way it has to be done. समझ में आ रहा है? So now he is talking about Tam paramam purusham upaiti divyam. Paramam purusham is what? Triguna Brahman upaiti divyam. Will surely keep only that in the mind and the prana. Now all these are beautifully given in Upanishads. So some quotations of the Upanishads I am going to give you, which we will do it in the next class. Okay, so we will continue with 8:10 Prayana Kale Manasa Chalena, yoga related one. Very very अच्छा लगता है सुनने को, करना तो कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन जो कर रहे they know how much of effort is required to do this. Okay, very very effort needs to be there, focus needs to be there, and hence they don't get a second chance because Jnanam and all is not there. For them it is Yoga Bala is only for going there. They are now dependent only for Brahmaloka. Jnanam will be at Brahmaloka. Nothing here. So they are only with Yoga Bala, no Jnanam at all. Are you able to get that? They are now waiting for Jnanam in Brahmaloka. तो ये तत्काल का टिकट नहीं मिला तो गाड़ी छूट जाएगी. So they will ensure कि ये टिकट मिलने के लिए सब तैयारी करेंगे, रात को ही आके लाइन में सो जाएंगे तत्काल का टिकट के लिए. You know, when this UP trains open out, in 20 seconds it will get full even in Tatkal. 20 seconds. So your Wi-Fi needs to be very fast. पहला सब लाइन में रहता था, अभी Wi-Fi needs to be very fast. सब रेडी रखे, just click the button and टक, नहीं तो गया, गाड़ी छूट गई. Exactly like this it is. तो उसके लिए प्रैक्टिस पहले ही करके रखना पड़ता है साइट पे जाके. Okay, so we will think about it for 1 week and then next week we will see. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Namaskar. Namaskar. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.